right, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vays. Today is Monday, July 27, 2020. Someone was very constructive on the comments of YouTube and said, hey, Tone, you should kick these things off with an actual date instead of saying we're live. And that person was absolutely right. So I'm going to try and remember that. And we're going to do these with dates the way Christine does it for our news shows. All right, guys. Hey, today's a very special stream. 1 year ago, Tyler passed away. It was actually July 23rd, so we are a few days late. But I was just so busy preparing for the workshop on Saturday that I missed the actual day by like a day. But I did tweet out this weekend, and if you look at the picture behind me, you see Tyler holding the staff. I actually have the staff right here. This is ugly old gold staff for the Bitcoin standard bearers. Tyler, I'm going to say a few words. I'm going to point to a few very important streams that you've done over the years. And you are sadly missed on this day where gold breaks out to all-time high. I remember when we can go and look for that video where Tyler and I both went bullish on gold, and it was around the $1,300 mark. It was around $1,300, $1,350. So I do recommend you guys go back and watch those videos as we're going to talk about gold today. Let's go to screen share. Yeah, we all miss Tyler. It's a sad day. I'm going straight to the Learn Trading section. I've been updating these. I decided to put the risk management section on top. I still have to proofread all of this. I'm kind of just writing. And these are a lot of articles from Ugly Old Goat. And I did the 6-hour workshop on risk management this past weekend. And I also added a hyperwave section all the way at the bottom here, mostly with some interesting links. So here's Tyler Jenks' first video that introduced hyperwave. Also, the book is out. Oh, I should grab the book. It's on the bookshelf. But this is the book. If you are interested in Tyler's and what Tyler used to do, here's the book right there. Purchased on March 28th, right there. Okay, there you go. So there's the book. And you can also, this is the first video that ever took place on Tyler's YouTube channel that introduced hyperwave. When it loads, so you can close that. That was when they were just starting the channel, Leah and Tyler. I think this was around video number 6. Probably video number 6 on their YouTube channel. January 29th, 2018, when this video took place. I closed that. Can't wait to buy a new computer. And this is the first time Tyler was ever on my channel. And we talked about GBTC and we talked about hyperwave. And that took place in February of 2018. I also made a playlist with a bunch of hyperwave videos. I also tried making a playlist with Consensia videos, but I have to go through Tyler's entire channel. And so all of it is there. And then also, this was a video that Leah and I did the week after Tyler passed away. So this was our commemorative video about Tyler that took place around early August of last year. So when this loads, you'll see the date. There I am over in my bunker. Little fireside chat with Leah, waiting for the date. Back when I had hair. There's the date, July 27th. Wow. And what is today? And today is July 27. 1 year ago today. I really should text Leah. It's a little late where she is. She won't be able to join me on this stream. And also, we did a video with Socrates and Leah and a lot of other people when the book got released a few months ago, when that book was released. So please check these out. These are really, really good. Also, on the on-demand videos, I cleaned up this section. If you guys are interested in Tyler Jenks's old work, I combined them. So these used to be two separate on-demand videos. One was 500, one was 250. They are now combined into a single 500. Hyperwave, there used to be two different workshops. I combined them into one, spoke to Leah, and we're making this cheaper and eventually free over time, but it's a slow transition. So this used to be two $1,000 workshops. Now it's both of them for one. So it's 50% discount basically going forward. So this is a 4-part series, 20 hours, all about Hyperwave. Okay, so that's the new one. The retirement video is, we made that free at Christmas, and we'll make something else free either at Christmas or on Tyler's birthday. One of those we're gonna go free. So this is his 4-hour webinar on constructing the perfect portfolio. This is 2 4-hour webinars on Celgene, Copic, ADX, some SAR. This is his Consensio, and Tyler passed a few weeks before he was going to do another Consensio workshop. So unfortunately, that never took place. And of course, his life's work on hyperwaves. And there it is, 20 hours. That's what the book was about. And also, I updated my workshops. So this is the combined. This is the technical analysis and the risk and position management, what we did. This is over 12 hours of video. So this was a 6-hour workshop. This was a 6-hour workshop, closer to 6.5 actually for each of them. And this is both of them together. So you get a discount if you get them both, because I want people to understand what risk management is all about. And that's it. And I will be updating the indicator stuff soon as we transition to MRI. Okay, and Tyler, of course, was a great man. He knew so much about technical analysis. I wish I spent more time with him. I really thought I had more time. And I was planning on spending like half of December with him this past December. And he passed away in August. At least I spent, 3 nights at his house one time, 3 or 4 nights. We were playing chess, playing cards. It was great. Didn't even spend much time talking about markets. We were just hanging out, having a good time. I wanted to just, go to his house for like a month and learn, just learn from his knowledge, and never got a chance. So, hey guys, don't pass up these opportunities. You never know what can happen. All right, guys, without further ado, we're going to stick to Hyperwave, and we're going to head over to the Hyperwave look of Bitcoin. And the thing about Hyperwave, and I also tweeted out like a Hyperwave chart and stuff this weekend. The thing about Hyperwave is that it will always adjust. So I'm going to adjust this Hyperwave line because it's a Hyperwave line. It's not a trend line. And we'll see how next week closes, and we might adjust it again. So it starts here, but it ends. Basically, this line can't go beyond horizontal. So once we go up to new all-time highs, this red line will go away. But until then, we can adjust it. That's not true for trend lines. See, trend lines are different. And Hyperwave, we're still going to keep an eye on it. So here we are. From a monthly perspective, I think this is the Heikin-Ashi monthly chart. So we still have to wait for today's data to come in, but this is a clear breakout here. The stars is the new MRI indicator that represents potential trend changes. And we had a trend change to the downside back in November. We hit the lows down in below 4,000. And a few months ago, we had a trend change to the upside. Now the month's almost over. So we'll see how we go into next month. If we look at the regular candles and not Heikin-Ashi candles, again, today's data is not in yet. We're still under 10,000 here. We are now way higher. We have now broken this prior high last month. And the monthly chart also, 2 months ago, we went into a bullish trend. Now we're still bearish based on parabolic SARs, but this is very, very promising for serious Bitcoin breakout to the upside. I'll talk about my concerns, but the concerns aren't that bad. So here is the active look on a monthly chart. At this point, it's clear to say that the trend line has broken. These arrows no longer apply, but I didn't want to delete them unless I'm on camera. So these arrows no longer apply. And clean breakout over the weekend. We basically broke out over the weekend. And here we are this morning pumping once again. Now this yellow star will be turning green once the week is over, but the week just started. So this is a potential trend change, clean break of the trend line. We have not had this kind of trend line break in a while. And that's it. There is not much we can do. We can't fudge this trend line anymore. If we do fudge the trend line, we're going to fudge it to the downside and go back to what it was before without breaking any. Actually, that is pretty much where it was before. I can't really make any changes because I don't want to break those unless I change something in the front end. But nope, I can't do that either. So that's it. The only thing to check is if I take off the log chart. And yep, this trend line is broken as well, even earlier. So if I take the log off, then it was an earlier break of the trend line. But we're going to keep the log scale on. Well, let me adjust it. All right, there we are. So that's a clean break of a trend line. We have all the moving averages above each other. They're almost all rising. The 128 day is not rising yet. It definitely whipsawed us for a while. This looked like a potential inverse head and shoulders if it would have pulled back to 7,000, which I thought that it had a high probability of doing. But now that we've broken the trend line, that is no longer the case. Now, let's go to the daily chart. Now, the daily chart yesterday did not close above 10,000. We closed around 99.50. So I did not lose any days in my bet. I'm still only down 7 days. 90. We need 90 closes above 10,000 for me to lose my bet. Today is looking like it's more likely than not to happen. But look at the MRI. The MRI is telling us, let me just double check. That's how I test the MRI. It's telling us that we are toppy. We are at a potential daily top. Now, notice how we had a green arrow right there, right at the low, 1 or 2 candles off the low, which is great. We broke all kinds of resistance. We then broke above the triangle, and that is a huge candle. So I also, if you look at GBTC, the premium on GBTC is up significantly. The premium is up to 16.17. It was down to 6.7. If we look at Clark Moody's, they also give you the premium on QBTC. Yeah, it's definitely not 4%. I find that very hard to believe that the GBTC premium is 4.5%. Because on my charts, it's telling me 16. So we may want to double check that. Yeah, I'm gonna double check that here. Somebody's wrong. Because I'm thinking of selling my GBTC right now. I have some. I bought some when the premium was down to 6%. And I just made an extra 10% on my position. So I'm okay with taking my profit here. I can always get back in. There's always a pullback. So right now, this is how many shares there are in GBTC. So we're going to do some back of the napkin calculation right now. So that's how many shares we have in GBTC. How recent is that data? Friday. That's as of Friday. So not much difference. This thing will update later today. Okay. But here we are. As of Friday. So I'm going to take the current price that I see on Bitstamp, which is 10,350. So we're going to take 10,350 and we're going to multiply it by how many shares there are. So there you go. So it's 9.92. That's if the premium was 0, that's how much GBTC would be worth. Now, if I go to GBTC and I see how much GBTC is $11.60. That's the price right there. It's delayed by a few minutes, but that's okay. So it's $11.60. Okay. So what is the percent premium between 1160 and this number? So we have to calculate that percentage. So I said 1160. Okay, so here's this number. So your so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy that. We're gonna say 1160 divided by that number. And what do we have? 16.9%. So there it is. There's your premium. So clearly my formula is right. And I have no idea what the hell Clark Moody is doing. This is wrong. It's not 4%. And that's why I do my own work and I don't rely on others. Okay? Because and this isn't public, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't make these code public yet. I still have to fix a couple of bugs, but clearly, see, like, look at that. I'm saying that it's 16.8% on the premium. You can see it right there. That gray number right there, that's the premium. That's this number right here. That's the gray line. The gray line, 16.9%, which is exactly what my math is telling me. So that's the correct number. So good thing I trust my own work and not others. So I have no idea what they're doing. I'm sorry. I wish I can trust that number, but I can't. Someone is saying it's 13.59. Well, I just did the math. I mean, that's how I do like quick percentages. Though it could have been the other way around. So let me. So if we do, yeah. I mean, am I wrong on my math? Should I be dividing the other way? Should I be flipping those? Should I be doing this divided by the other number? Nah, same thing. No, it's the other way around. It's 16%. I had it right the first time. Okay, it's what you're paying. That's the, you know, if you really want to do it right, you know, it's 11.60 or just 6 minus that divided by that. 16.9%. See, same number. I just 16.9%. I'm just doing it the short way. Again, maybe Florida State doesn't have to take away their math master's degree from me. So I just use the shortcut on how to get percentages. And that shortcut is your final divided by your original, and just ignore the one in the front, and you have your 16.9%. There was a GBTC calculator. Well, clearly this is also a GBTC calculator, right? And clearly it's unreasonably wrong. So I don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't know what they're doing, right? Like this is, I just did it for you. I just did it for you. You know what the numbers are. They're published on their website. You're only off by 1 day. I mean, like it's take off, you know, 2% annualized from that number. It's not going to change by much. Yeah, so I will probably take the 16-17% premium, and I'm going to trust the MRI. And after this podcast is over, I will probably take the profit on my GBTC. I'm not touching my HODL position. What about the CME gap? I don't care. I don't care about the CME gaps. They'll probably close. Let's go look at gold. Oh no, before we go look at gold. Short time frame on Bitcoin. So the MRI indicator was working nicely. Right here is where we kicked off just a giant bull trend. And it never called the top until right before this giant candle. But we're now back to the top. I mean, it's just saying bullish, bullish, bullish. But look at this. When we broke out of this triangle, as we broke out, I put a target in. And it looks like that target reached it perfectly. Perfect target. So I think things are a little toppy right now. What am I drinking? I'm drinking tea. I'm drinking, I'm not gonna, if you guys don't know what tea I drink Harney and Sons tea. And shout out to Floor from Kenya, who actually, as a present, ordered me a bunch of tea and had it shipped to me. So thank you for that. But yeah, I like high quality teas. So Harney and Sons is not the best, but it's pretty good. Tone, do you think your bets slightly affect your TA? Not really. It's a bet for a nice dinner. It's not affecting my TA. I'm bullish right now, but I just think that we just went up a little too far, and I'm happy to take the premium on the trade. but I'm still pretty bullish. Can you elaborate why you would sell GBTC after it broke a huge triangle? Because we went up too far too fast. It's the same reason why I sold my gold trade. I still have my gold. I didn't sell the physical gold, but I sold the gold. I sold the gold a little too early, but I made good money on it. And it's on a daily top. So I sold my gold around here. But I was holding that gold since the breakout here. So I was just holding it for a while, and I was happy with the profit. I had a trade on gold. I went long in this area here at around 1670-ish. And I held through all of this insanity, and I finally got out here. Well, I got out with half of my position over here at the top. And then I held the other half, and I was very, very frustrated as I stayed bullish, bullish, bullish. And then I got out right here at the top, and then I never got back in. I just wasn't paying it close enough attention, and then it just took off on me. And I think gold just broke out, but because it had to go really far, really quickly to break the all-time high, I think it's going to pull back, and then it's going to break again. So I didn't rush back into gold, but I might have taken my profit a little early. But if you took my risk management workshop, you know it's about your capital preservation. You make the wrong trade, and you're never going to get the trade again. And then you're just going to be mad at everybody else. I had a profitable trade on gold. I did not have profitable trades shorting S&P. And I'll just wait. I'll stay patient. I still have a bunch of physical gold, a bunch of physical silver. I'm really thinking of selling that physical silver. We can look at silver. Silver is really rallying. There's no way I'm holding my silver past like $35. Now, silver, I figured silver would top last week right here, and it held up, but today it's breaking out huge, but so is gold. I like the gold-silver ratio here, which is why I would rather convert my silver into gold, because I think that ratio is going to go back up eventually. Oil is just flat, not interesting. Let's talk about the S&P 500. So the S&P 500 is rallying a little bit this morning. Well, see, here's the thing, right? It depends how Bitcoin is rising. I am very optimistic about this right here. See the Bitcoin versus shitcoin ratio, and Bitcoin is starting to rise against shitcoins again. If Bitcoin is rising against shitcoins, I will be very bullish on Bitcoin. But if shitcoins are rising faster than Bitcoin, then I know it's another bubble. And I don't like bubbles. I don't like bubbles. And the economy right now is not helping. So as long as this trend continues, I will be very bullish on Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin will have a pullback back to 10,000. And after that, it can take off to new all-time highs quickly, just like gold. I'm still bullish on Bitcoin very much. I'm not touching my HODL position. I was selling my HODL position in 2019 to prepay bills because I didn't trust that rally to 14,000. I trust this rally to go way higher. I'm way more bullish now than I was in early 2019. But my GBTC trade, I'll take the premium. Now, that premium can go way higher. That premium can go to 100%. It's done it before. I might not sell all of it, but I'm going to sell some, and I'll buy back at a lower premium. Because I bought that GBTC at a premium of 6, and now the premium is 16. So I'll take it. But like if shitcoins are pumping, then this is not real sustainable move in Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin has to decouple from the shitcoins. I wrote in the beginning of the year that Bitcoin's dominance should be at 80% by year end. I'm still optimistic on that. If Bitcoin's dominance is at 80% by year end, then Bitcoin can finally, start to slowly take over the world. Do you think you're going to lose your bet? Not yet. Not yet. I've still only lost 7 days. Let's see if I lose day number 8 today, if we close above 10,000, because we can still pull back. So I think that bet's 50-50. We need a sustained close above 10,000. We need to, if we go to a weekly chart, I need a full candle above the trend line. This is a start. It looks like this candle will begin and end above the trend line. That is step number 1 to a sustained trend line break. We broke the trend line. Can we sustain it? And this is a very good start, because this candle would have to fall a lot to get back below the trend line. We don't have to stay above it for many weeks. If this candle closes above 10,000 on a weekly scale, that's enough for me. So all we need is 1 full week above the trend line, and I'm very, very optimistic on more upside. Do you think Bitcoin needs to close the CME gap? No, it doesn't. Bitcoin does not need to close the CME gap. So back to S&P 500. So we are dealing with a 1 to 4 candle correction off of this MRI top. And if we can get above the prior candle's high, I will be bullish the S&P 500, because the all-time high is not that far away. So I was cautious right here for obvious reasons. We pulled back for 2 days, but now I'm starting to get a little bit bullish here. I may actually, but I'm going to play it safe. I'm going back to the safest strategy I know, which is covered calls. I told you about that covered call that I have on that one stock. I keep forgetting what that stock's name is. Some pharmaceutical. I have to constantly keep checking my, I'll log into my broker on my phone while we're doing this. So here's the daily chart. The daily chart looks clean. Look, Tyler would be 100% invested in S&P. We're above the moving averages. They're all rising. They're all above each other. There's really not much of a concern here on the S&P. So we're doing some Intel stuff in the workshop this past weekend. So what was that stock that I keep writing covered calls on BCRX? Oh, it's been pulling back. I bought the stock for $5, but I've already sold 3 covered calls that netted $2.50 on the 3 covered calls. So in order for me to be in a losing position, this stock needs to fall below 250. And if it hangs around $5 going into August expiration, I'll sell another covered call for like 75 cents. And then I'm going to need it to fall to $2 for me to get to break even. So I can keep doing this, hopefully indefinitely for the rest of my life, making 700 to 750 a week without any risk. If I do this 3 more times, there is 0 risk to this trade. So Kanan, I saw Kanan in the group chat. I'm so mad that I missed this trade. There was a beautiful buy opportunity on the weekly scale. Look at that. There's going to be an MRI buy right there. right at the bottom. And like you go to, it's like 100% upswing here. From about $1.70 up to 290. No, not 100%, but like 80%. Beautiful on a weekly scale. On a daily scale, it was harder to time. Guys, I want to take some profit. What did I buy my GBTC at? I can't really show this to you. It's on my phone, but it's a little camera there. Oh, I can't see what price I bought it at on my phone. I can only see the current price, which already dropped, actually. Shit. So GBTC was at $12 at one point today, and now it's at $11.40. So it already lost me a bunch. Should have sold it right at 10 a.m. Was there a 10 a.m. reversal? Let me go to S&P. Is that 10 a.m.? No, it's 10:30 a.m. That's 10 a.m. So if I just look at GBTC on a 10-minute scale, see, my phone doesn't tell me what price I got in at. I also have QBTC. Yeah, so if we go to a 10-minute scale on GBTC, you'll see a perfect top at like 10 a.m. Right there. 10 a.m., 10:10, and then down we go. So that kind of sucks. I don't want to sell it now. Would have been nice to sell it at 10 a.m. I wasn't looking. I'll just wait. So is Bitcoin dropping too? If I don't get a good exit, I don't get a good exit. I'll keep holding. So here's the daily Bitcoin. Here's the 4-hour Bitcoin. I don't like that daily MRI top. If we make a high this afternoon, if we can push this, what was the high? The high was 455. That's a good high. Damn. I was gonna say if we get close to 500, but we were at 455, which is close to 500. It's just a really big move. I know it's a nice triangle breakout, and if I zoom this out, there should be more room to go. Because if I look at the fat part of the triangle, that's a $2,000 swing. There it is. So Bitcoin could have a $2,000 swing off the breakout. We're halfway there. Halfway there is enough for me to take half the profit. So if GBTC goes back to like halfway there, like if GBTC comes back to 1160, I'll probably take half off the table. And then I'll buy that other half back if we fall down to 10 bucks. I bought it at 9 something. I bought it around 940, 930. I don't know. We can check. We can check on this scale. Whenever it was like that 6%. So it was like, I think it was here. Is this weekly? Oh, it's daily. That seems about right. Around 940, 930. Around here. When this was low. See that 6.3 in the upper left-hand corner? That's when I was buying. 6.3, 6.4, something like that on the premium, which puts the price of GBTC around, that would be the red. So the red number is 930. I don't think I got 930. I got like 945 or something. It was under 950. And the premium was around 6.5-ish. So it was in this vicinity. But that's just my retirement account. That's not my HODL position. My HODL position, I'm not touching. People are texting me, Tone, do you want to sell Bitcoin? I'm like, no. Why would I do that? Sure, call me last year when I was selling. Not this year. I'm bullish. I'm bullish for the next few years. Not touching that HODL. BITF and TSX. Mining in Canada. Daily chart. I think you meant weekly. Whoa. So this IPO'd, lost 50% off the IPO. That's the Tone Vays standard. Now this is really crazy front week. So your week opened here and the low came in at 60% down. If you use the close of week one, your low was 85% down. And if you use the FOMO of week one, you were 92% down. Yeah, as long as it's a legit company, there's very little risk here. You had an opportunity to buy it off the MRI bottom back in October of last year. That turned into a decent trade of 110%. It's a penny stock, so no different than a shitcoin. And right now, this is your second opportunity to buy off the MRI indicator. And you're not up much, but let me not cherry pick the low. Let's use the candle body instead. I'll use the body. And you are up 30%. You're only up 10 cents, but you're up 30%. Yeah, nice. If you took the trade, 30% in a couple of days, that's pretty damn good. And what's the other one? TSX? Oh, on TSX. That's the Toronto Stock Exchange. All right, yep, I got that one. All right, guys, I think I need to open up my portfolio and then get back to work. But hey, oh, we're back to like 800 viewers, which is great. Maybe I'm not shadow banned anymore. By the way, I got shadow banned the moment I turned off ads. So I turned off ads because there's a scammy ad in front of my video. And then I immediately get shadow banned for the next 2 weeks. And now no one's watching my videos. So either I scam people with scammy ads in front of my videos that I have no control over, or no one watches because no one gets notified. Hey guys, please check out the Learn Trading section. I've been adding a bunch. I'm adding risk management stuff. I actually have to add some more notes here. This is what I do every day. I try to update this section every day. Eventually I'll stop. All of these oscillators. I added hyperwave section. I need to release the MRI sometime this summer. And so check that out. No upcoming workshops coming up. So if you want to support, all you have is the affiliate page. I may start the subscription page eventually, maybe. And there's no workshops, but there are on-demand videos. I cleaned up this section. You can buy both of these together for a discount if you use this. This is a 6-hour technical analysis. This is a 6+ hours of risk and position management. Just did it this past weekend. The options is still there. And this is the combination of this and that. So definitely don't pay for all 3 of these. It'll be just cheaper to buy them together. And I cleaned up Tyler videos as well. Spoke to Leah about this. We combined Copic, Curve, ADX, and Celgene into a single one to make this cheaper. So this is 2 4-hour workshops. I combined 2 separate 2-day workshops on hyperwaves into one. So this used to be $1,000 each. Now it's $1,000 for both. That is 20 hours of Tyler talking about hyperwaves. 20 hours of video, private video. So check that out as well. And constructing the perfect portfolio was $200. It's only $250. I released the retirement account for free. If you go to Lucid Investments YouTube channel, you'll see it. And maybe we'll release something else for free on Christmas. All right. I don't know what else to add other than thank you guys for watching. Please remember Tyler. Please check out. I linked to some of his videos in my Learn Trading section over in part 6, hyperwaves. So some of his best stuff is right there. Okay. I got to get some more quotes and add them into this section. All right, guys, I'm trying to do the Lost show on Wednesday. We'll try to maybe bring you a news show tomorrow. I got to touch base with Jimmy Song. And thank you all so much for watching. Also, August 1st is a big day. If I'm not lazy, I might try to do another epic stream August 1st. The user-activated soft fork, the creation of B-Trash, which is a complete disaster. So I got to send out a bunch of invites. We'll see who we can bring and talk about the history of how Bitcoin changed 3 years ago today. Can you believe it's been 3 years? Hit a like button if you were there for the user-activated soft fork wars. Man, those were the times. So that's coming up this Saturday. All right, throw a thumbs up in the chat or hit the like button, do something. If you remember the fork wars, the user-activated soft fork, the movement, oh man. If you were there, you're getting close to that OG status. Getting close to that OG status. By the way, here's my definition of a Bitcoin OG. And it's not about how many Bitcoin you have. It's whether you were active in the space longer than half the life of the space. So Bitcoin is now 11 years old. If you've been active in some form, if you've been, educating people, talking about Bitcoin, tweeting about it, doing videos, doing interviews, if you were active in the space for more than half its lifetime, you're an OG to me. Okay, guys, that's it for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Remember Tyler, watch his videos. It's almost all free, and one day it will be. Bye, guys.